They'll probably turn them on later. So it's still wet from having not totally dried out from yesterday's water fountain spout business. Here, watering, sprinkling the lawn. That never sleeps, cooperative laundry. There's a washing machine down in my building. It's the one I typically use because it's just one washer, one dryer upstairs, so it's more private. On every other floor, every other floor has 2 washers and 2 dryers, but it becomes a stalking fest. I avoid people. If I see that someone's in there, I try to get in and out as quickly as possible, or I'll wait and come back later. But other people make it a timely business, like they need to time themselves. You would know because it oozes off of them, their whatever it is they do. It's hard to, some people it's like by accident, like, oh, sorry, but other people, it is their goal to be up your grill. And I am the opposite personality. I am, independent. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable or so forth and so on. This is awkward, that kind of thing. So there's healthy social and then there's stalker social. And it's weird. It's like in the realm of, So I noticed here, like the Wanamaker building, when you walk this way, it might be hard to tell on the camera, it looks like one of the buildings, either the DA's office where Bluestone Lane Coffee used to be, you can see their awning there. One of them seems off-center. Like I always wonder how buildings are built, and one seems tilted forward, or I can't tell, I always wonder about that in big cities, like what goes into building, these big tall buildings. Specifically, we got stone masonry ones here, and what causes that effect? Like, was their leveler different, or they build on the land that's there and they only level off so much? Like, how does that work? And, these look pretty solid. It doesn't look like they're gonna fall, but I noticed that in another YouTuber was in Amsterdam, the Daily Woo, and he noticed it, and I was like, yeah, you see that around here sometimes with, seems like one house or one building or whatever seems pushed out. Like, is it getting older and it needs to be corrected, or is it some other thing? Well, we'll head on down here. I don't know why that glass was broken out at APF Properties. So I don't know if anything went on down here. This is where, if there were any ICE protests or riots, this is where they would be, I think. The other side of Market is sort of just plain business district, like not much good. It sleeps at night, there's nothing to do there. Always been like this glass, that's from George Floyd days, I think. Some of the bus shelter glass is still in place and it's cracked, but not, replaceable, I guess, as of yet. Like, it's still, sturdy enough. Oh, they have the airport signage up today. It looks like a postcard. I love those graphics on the, it's one of my favorites. What's going on with 8? Green weather. These bus shelters, it doesn't look green in person, but the light comes out green on camera. And I always think of a green hornet when I look through the camera and see the bus shelter glass. Philly more than just cheesesteaks. Geico. A chunky Toyota in between, you know, little Toyotas are similar. Yeah, it's always fun. It reminds me of like a cafe creme and a Nissan. Penny.com, your trusted health coverage marketplace. Alright, we're out. I'm a little bit earlier than yesterday. Yesterday I got a slightly later start. It depends on if I feel like having my smoothie first. I also don't want to be too consistent on time, in case people put on too much of an act out here. What if the airport one takes like 30 minutes to... A few birds in the shot there, wanting to get cameo, right? Pigeon appearance on the... So pistachios, we don't see ads for pistachios, but I thought of the Dubai bar, which has a pistachio paste in the middle. Don't hold back. Now, most people associate Dubai with the Middle East, even though Dubai is a friendlier, like a, you know, I don't want to call anyone unfriendly, but you know what I mean. Like, Dubai is seen as a somewhat, it can seem westernized because I believe Dubai has all the beautiful buildings and it's very like, it's almost like ancient space aliens meets high-rise skyscrapers. Like, it's this